Entire Tostar, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kyle Harris, and we are back with round 3 of QXE versus WhiteRa from the IEM Championships in Germany, and it has been a roller coaster over 2 games already. You should really go back and watch those because they were absolutely fantastic. And in general, check out IEM regardless. It has been already a really great tournament with an absolutely tip-top lineup. Some of the best players from Europe, America, and even Korea. The invitees from Korea have been sterling right now. Moon especially has surprised me in his play, and it has been just a great championship in general, so check that out. And also, if you live in Finland and you want to buy a baby albino pygmy hedgehog, please contact me because we have some for sale. Just a bit of shameless plugging there of animals, how very strange. And I'll be bringing you a video soon of those baby hedgehogs because they're really cute, and I know it's really not StarCraft related, but we'll give them StarCraft names like Zeratul and Kerrigan and things like that, and then it'll be StarCraft related, so I have an excuse. So, this map going to be Shakura's Plateau, and we do have them spawning at very, very far positions between each other. QXE spawning down in this bottom right hand corner as the purple Terran, and WhiteRa are going to be spawning in this top left position as the blue Protoss. I really like these colours, really complement each other. Fashion tips from Gokwan there, and if you don't know who Gokwan is, good for you because he's a douchebag. That was really nasty. That was oh, poor Gok. Poor Gok. So, very, very standard openers here from both players, and we do have that pylon already going down at those destructible rocks very, very early, and really wanting to keep an eye on any kind of shenanigans that do go on near those back rocks. But who can blame him, as this is a very, very prestigious tournament with a very large prize pool. And I'm extremely interested to see who is going to be winning the IEM in general. I was hoping Squirtle, but Squirtle hasn't done too well as of yet. So we shall see what happens later on. QXE going to be scouting into this top corner, and no doubt going to be seeing where WhiteRa is, since he is indeed in this top corner. And we do have this command center going to be turned into an orbital command pretty soon, as well as throwing down a second supply depot. I'm going to be pumping out a few Marines in order to be able to secure what probably will be a pretty fastish expansion, judging by the last 2 games that we have seen. I'm really quite happy with this, how this series has turned out so far. I really love watching macro games, and if you too love watching macro games, then definitely check out the rest of this series if you haven't already. It's been pretty sterling and pretty inventive, and to a certain degree from QXE's point of view, and he is one of my favourite Terrans, as you probably already know if you've watched the other videos. So, WhiteRa at this point, just not doing anything too tricky. I really want to see what tech path WhiteRa is going to be taking in this game. We already see that QXE is going to be going for a similar build to the one that he went with in Game 2, with this double barracks factory play. Probably going to be going for a starport, switching on from the tech lab that he will put on the factory, but no, going to be getting out a very fast Hellion. Pardon me, I ultimately have no clue what's going on, so don't listen to a word I frigging say. Gonna be chasing off this probe SCV with this Stalker as well as this probe. This probe probably going to be going to this watchtower to be able to keep an eye on what's going on, but this Marine also going to this tower and just checking out everything that is happening here. So a starport now indeed coming up for QXE, so I wasn't entirely wrong. Bear with me, ladies and gents, just bear with me. And warp gates now being researched for WhiteRa, almost half done, sorry, almost done in fact, and sentry now out. No rally point on that warp gate. He's pretty happy in doing what he wants to do, and that SCV did go down there from this Stalker, now throwing down a bunker in order to be able to deal with any aggression that does come early on, but I really would be surprised if we don't see Banshee play once again from QXE. We do have that tech lab going down on that factory, so I'm really anticipating, indeed, yes, a switch. So that switch is going to be happening now, and going to be probably getting out of Banshee very fast. I would be surprised if he went for a Raven this early on. We do have the Nexus going down already for WhiteRa, but I imagine from this Banshee, indeed he is going for a Banshee, we will see a command center going down very soon, as that is what most Terrans like to do, using this factory as a wall-off as well as an engineering bay. QXE a real big fan of really early engineering bays, and I don't blame him because upgrades are fantastic. So we have a robo facility now coming out for WhiteRa, so going for a 3-gate robo at this point. Probably going to be expanding on with maybe a second robo after the expansion, but no doubt a few more gateways, as you really just need to be able to spend your minerals. And that command center is going down, as well as a second Stargate. Starport even. Both names are exactly the same, just a little bit different. So not exactly the same, because I'm an idiot. And that Banshee has just finished, so going to be moving over as quickly as possible. No cloak coming out just yet for QXE, just be probably wanting to poke in with those units. Nice pylon placement here from WhiteRa, going to be preemptively able to see anything that does come off in this area. But again, I really don't like the fact that the maps from Blizzard have this huge area where units can just hide, flyers especially, obviously. And it's really annoying for me as a Protoss player, because this happens so much with Mutalisks and drops and things like that. So we do have this observer moving over to QXE's base, going to be having a look around, probably going to be able to scout this quite easily, and another tech lab going down on this second starport, so going to be seeing what we can do with that. This Banshee though is going to be engaging this pylon, as probably was seen by this pylon, probably didn't take the longer route around, and this Banshee going to be shooed away by these two Stalkers. So nice play there by WhiteRa, preemptively noticing that the Banshee play could be a factor in this game, and throwing down 2 bunkers here in order to be able to secure this base. So we do have a Raven now coming out for QXE, and a Banshee here. There was another Banshee somewhere, but I don't... Ah, there we go. This Banshee is rendezvousing with this Banshee. Going to be trying to poke him, but these Stalkers are in a fine position in order to be able to deal with this. Although probably going to get a Stalker kill. No, nice microing back there. And oh my god, almost getting a different Stalker kill. But indeed, these Banshees are a bit too low, and he's going to need to retreat. We do have Cloak now on the way for these Banshees. So once again, probably going to be going for quite an air-based play. A nice bit of a transfer there. Bit of a huge transfer, actually. I'm not so sure he needed to transfer that many. But in order to be able to get this saturated as quickly as possible, it's quite good. So we do have Blink now coming out for WhiteRa, learning the lessons of last game really, as Blink was a little bit late in that second game, and going to be going for it quite quickly in this game in order to be able to deal with this, what seems to be quite a more dedicated starport build, and he has indeed seen that with the Observer. Maybe that Observer did actually get killed since that Raven did come out, but I'm not 100% sure. I wasn't keeping full tabs on that. Another Observer is now on the way over there for WhiteRa. We do have +1 weapons for ground going up for WhiteRa, as well as that Blink is almost finished. So they're just chrono boosting our probes here, trying to get as saturated as possible. Nice scan going down there, going to be able to see that Twilight Council as well as the research going down. So probably going to be able to anticipate the fact that that is indeed Blink. Going to be trying to take out that Marine, but that Marine actually does a juke back and actually gets away unscathed. Taking a little bit of damage, but nothing permanent, as it probably could be healed up by a Medivac, but isn't going to be. So actually going to be using this probably to blink up. He could really blink up with this Observer here, giving him the high ground vision. I'm just going to be using it to have a poke around, not blinking up just yet, but would be really lethal if he did blink up, as the only fortification that QXE does have at this point is this front barricade. If these Stalkers could get past, then they could deal a lot of damage. Going to be blinking up into this top corner, indeed actually doing a lot of harassment to this mineral line here, shutting down all probes, all mining at this base. And really good use of this Blink here by WhiteRa. He can't really approach with these Banshees, and oh my god, cloaking as if safe, but at the same time this Observer is going to be able to see these Banshees, but at the same time these Vikings can see that Observer. So really a catch-22 situation. Neither player can really do much against the other in those positions, because if he did lose that Observer, then the Banshees would have free reign over these Stalkers. And I'm getting a phone call, be right back. Sorry about that. I swear my girlfriend calls me about 24 times every day, and that would be quite apt considering the 24 hours in the day. So we do have QXE here, going to be throwing down that double refinery, going to be going for a very gas heavy build by the looks of things, as is clear by this mass starport build. And once again, I'm so blown away by this mass starport build that it is just absolutely fantastic, and it's lovely to see some kind of creative play in this matchup, since mostly it always revolves around mech or bio. So yeah, this is just fantastic. Blinking in there, really nice blink there by WhiteRa though, going to be taking out a few of those Banshees, although Banshees are so sturdy. 140 health on a Banshee is just so strong. Blinking in once again, going to be deterring those units from actually being there, but that pylon did indeed go down. I'm going to be floating that command center there to that expansion. Surprised he hasn't taken down those back rocks yet, but he is going to be taking them down very, very soon. Starting with that lone marine there, but really needs to catch up in economy-wise in comparison to WhiteRa, as WhiteRa has thrown down his second expansion and is gearing up to saturate that as quickly as possible. So we do have, actually, we had a Templar Archives come out for WhiteRa, and in a similar fashion to last game, is going to be using feedback as well as storm in order to be able to combat this kind of really, really air-heavy build from QXE here. So we're going to be cloaking and using these observers in order to be able to see, but at the same time, point defense drone going down in order to be able to soak up all the damage from these stalkers and actually taking out both of those observers. So really nice play there by QXE, using the point defense drones and then using the detection of the ravens in order to be able to see. But yet another observer coming out here. QXE really didn't anticipate that, so he didn't take his raven with him in order to spot that observer, but taking the observer out once again, and now these stalkers are really vulnerable to these Banshees as they really don't have any detection whatsoever. So WhiteRa really on the back foot here. He really needs to get his more observers out as quickly as possible. He's already had 4 or 5 go down from that Banshee Raven combination, or Viking Raven combination even. And these point defense drones really proving strong against this kind of composite that WhiteRa is using. I can't help but feel that QXE has used this combination so many times and really knows how to exploit it against Protoss, hence the use of the point defense drone against what would seem to be the best counter when it comes to stalkers against the air units. So really interesting play here by QXE and WhiteRa alike. So we do have WhiteRa going to be going for this next expansion, really kind of going to be trying to outproduce QXE as much as possible, but with the help of mules, QXE may be able to keep up. He does have a planetary fortress here, so really kind of devoting more attention to planetary fortress than anything else. And stalkers there blinking in and trying to take out as many of these units as possible, but not doing too much damage. And now these cannons actually preventing QXE's air force from moving, and a blink up to this high ground does indeed spot this fortress, so he's going to know exactly what is going on. We do have Psionic Storm on the way now for WhiteRa, and again, as was before in the second round, it's a really, really strong counter against this kind of air play. Going to be repairing a lot of these units as they are extremely expensive and really not worth losing. And the Stalk is now coming around here, probably going to be blinking up, but oh my god, these taking out these missile turrets just before the observers do go down. And how often do you see several observers with a ball of units? It's not often, but that's what he needs to do here. Nice storms going down on those bio units, and I didn't actually see the transition into a higher bio force for QXE, but not the best of transitions really, as this storm is just going to be able to rip through them. Archon's now morphing in, and a nice use of point defense drones, soaking up a lot of those stalk fire, and these Banshees now going to have a lot of free reign. Oh, but those observers are moving in slowly. These Banshees have been forced to retreat, and now 2 refineries now going back up for QXE, as he really needs to keep on top of that refinery production, since his build right now is so gas heavy, although he is transferring into, as I said before, more of a unit bio build. So Charge, Kaidarian Amulet and Armor level 2 now coming out for Odnoklassniki, as well as Shields level 1. We do have Terran Infantry Weapons level 2 coming out, more Vikings on the way, as well as more Marauders, 2 more High Templar being warped in at this position here, going to be moving down, trying to take out this high planetary fortress, no doubt. And with this ball of units, I wouldn't be surprised if he did a lot of damage to that planetary fortress, and would at this point in the game, it would really cripple the production facilities of QXE, since he really doesn't have anything else mining for him other than that main base. This base is almost out, so he's going to be in really bad spot. Nice blink there, taking out that Banshee, and going to be in good stead for this kind of later stages of this game. Going to be trying to move in with the Banshee here, but oh no, flying over some cannons and does get taken out. Really bit of a miss micro there from QXE. It seems that up in the later stages of this game, QXE is really losing focus, and WhiteRa is just winning the endurance battle as a whole. Interesting placement of these cannons here, just kind of keeping an eye on the middle map and securing those towers very, very nicely at this point. WhiteRa really has a lot of domination going on in this match, and it seems like he's going to be pushing in, trying to take out this planetary fortress. And if this planetary fortress does go down, it's going to spell probably doom for QXE, and it does indeed go down. A lot of SCVs being chased away by now, and it looks like QXE is in a really bad spot. This isn't the best place for him to fight at all. He really can't get a good concave off here with these Marauders. Big storm going down on those Marauders, absolutely tearing them to bits. Really nice use of Guardian Shield, and it looks like QXE is going to have to GG very, very soon. And he does indeed GG. So that is going to be it for QXE and WhiteRa in this best of 3. I hope you enjoyed it and stuck it out to the very end because it was dead entertaining. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you like what you see, please subscribe if you haven't already. Bye for now.